Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mixed Media Morsels Homespun. Today I'm going to be working on my July page, and the theme for this particular month is going to be folksy or primitive. I'm sure some of you have seen like folk art and stuff like that. Maybe you've even done some. I have not, but I've always enjoyed it when I've seen it, and I feel like it does have a very homespun sort of nostalgic feeling to it. And the item to add will be something woven, fabric, textile, any kind of weaving. I'm going to be using some fabric today. So I found this fabric in my stash, and I feel like it had a very folk art sort of feel to it, the way it has the repetitive design. And so I'm going to use that for my background. And I'm going to glue that down in a second. Before I do that, I need to work on one other little piece because I want the glue to be drying. So I'm going to be making a little bird. I've actually got another piece that's going to go on this piece. This is a piece of lightweight canvas. And I've already taken it to my sewing machine and just stitched a little straight border around the edge. And then I've got this little bird that I'm going to add to this. So I want to go ahead and get it tacked down a little bit because I'm going to be stitching around the edges of it. So this is my little bird. There's a base fabric, this one here. And this is a die that I happen to have that cuts this little bird shape. So I cut the base piece. And then I cut another one in this blue fabric, and then I cut away some of the bottom portion. And I did the same thing with the red piece and cut away the part that I don't need because this is just going to be under here for the chest area. And then this is a little freehand wing that I cut to go with my little bird. So I'm going to stitch that on. But like I said, I want to get it kind of tacked down with some glue stick just so that it doesn't move around when I get ready to stitch it. This time I kind of wanted it to fray a little bit and kind of make it look more feathery. You can see how those little pieces sticking out are starting to look like feathers. So as I work with this, it will probably fray a little bit more. And that's perfectly fine with me. In fact, I might make it fray on purpose in some places. Okay, this one I'm just going to put some glue on the top edge for now because I'll need to clip that little red piece underneath there. See here how that's fraying? It's starting to look really feathery. I love that. On a little bird, I think that's just precious. Alright, I may stitch around this much of it and then attach the wing and stitch a little bit more. That way I can continue the stitching straight across. I think it's going to be really sweet birdie. Okay, so we'll let that dry for a few minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and put this piece down. There we go. So there's my little bird, kind of messy stitched twice around him. And I still need to put a little eye on him, so I'm thinking right around here would be cute. So I'm going to attempt to do a little French knot there. So I'm going to use a piece of black crochet thread and just see if I can make this work. If it doesn't work, I'll change over to embroidery floss. He's kind of cute. I love it. And I just wanted to show you how, see, as I worked with it, it kind of feathered out this edge a little bit, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And I'm going to just add a little more down here in that little red area there, just all the way around, just make him feathery. So cute. Love it. Got a little tuft on his head. I like that. All right, so that's going to go here, and I want to put a little quote on this page like I typically do. So I'm not sure if I want to stitch it or if I want to, you know, add a piece of paper here with the words on it. And I also had taken a piece of cardstock and folded it in half. You can see where this is kind of folded over. And I just put a little glue stick in there, and I drew a heart with a acrylic marker, and I'm going to just cut this out to make like a little charm to dangle on my page. And by doubling the cardstock, it makes it nice and stiff, you know. So it won't bend very easily if it should get in a position to be bent. I was just thinking I might punch a little hole in it and pin it right there in the corner. There we go. If I put it on now before I attach this piece, it would be much easier to pin in place. There we go. Very sweet. I mean, just like all of these, a very simple page, but I think they're so effective when they're simple, and they seem like they fit a homespun theme even more so when they're just simply made and not stressed over or any of that. I just think it makes such a huge difference. So I'll be right back with my quote on my page to show you what I've done. So I just decided to write out my little quote on a piece of cardstock. It just says, "Counting my blessings." So I'm going to just cut that apart to stick on here. It's so cute and simple. I just love that aspect of it. I really, really do. It just makes me so happy. All right, so I need to put a little bit of a line around it. Maybe I'll do a red color. Let's see. I think that'll be okay. I'm just going to outline it right on the inside edge. Very homespun little page here. Love it. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this down first using the Fabri-Tac. Oh, and by the way, I put a little white stitch in his eye too, because he needed that little light reflection. I hope you have fun with these prompts. I think it'll be fun, and I hope you all have a great time putting your pages together. And I look forward to seeing those in the Mixed Media Morsels Facebook group. So I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.